Hello, everybody, and welcome to Blue Thunder Pod's Clash at the Castle Predictions Special. Dave and I are going to predict what's going to happen at the upcoming big WWE show in Scotland. I don't have the card in front of me, Dave, so you want to run it down, and then we can wager a guess as to what's going to occur. The belt's unfortunately not on the line, because this is not a Big Four pay-per-view. But as always, Pride very much is.
Yeah, I do not put my title on the line for in between stuff. Just big grandiose occasions.
An eliminator match, basically, or a non-title.
Well, the card. That's all I.
Clash of the Castle.
A card.
Mine's not good, Dave. I just have the confidence to throw it out there.
Mine's really bad. The card.
That's a pirate. That is very much a pirate.
What's the difference?
Yar. Arr, matey, I'm going to...
We can do pirates.
I'm going to take you out, you Puerto Rican bad guy.
Hey, Clash at the Castle from
Everyone
Scotland.
is clicked off at this point.
We've offended all the people. It's June 15th, 2024.
All the pirate listeners we have.
It's in if you are listening to this the day it drops, it's tomorrow. And it is going to happen in Glasgow, Scotland.
One of those lovely, midday for us American.
I'm fine with that. You just got to avoid social media for a second. It's at the OVO Hydro. That's the name of the arena. The OVO Hydro.
It's tomorrow? Oh, tomorrow, because it's technically Friday right now. And I was like, wait a minute, they're doing a Friday pay-per-view? What's going on?
The OVO Hydro is a multi-purpose indoor arena located within the sky. Anyway.
Other countries have weird names for arenas.
OVO. That's like Tupperware.
Why is it the Hydro?
Yeah, I focused on the wrong part. And the stadium does look like a big cup, so maybe you can get a nice big sip of water out of it. And fill it all up.
You hear Scottish people using Hydro for water.
They could be.
I'm so thirsty. I need a nice glass of Hydro.
That could be like they're trying to make fetch work, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So this is a 5-card show. So we're gonna go.
That's a little tiny baby card. They've been doing a lot of small, shorter cards.
For the in between ones.
WWE for the tweeners.
We have Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill putting up their women's tag team titles against Alba Fire and Isla Dawn versus and Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. If you listen to our WWE edition of Blue Thunder Pod, we pretty much talked about all these already, but nice and concisely. Who you got?
I can't believe it. I'm going to say this. Going into this week, I never would have thought in a million years I would be saying this, but I kind of think Alba Fire and Isla Dawn are going to win the titles. This thing.
Yeah.
Because I just can't make any rhyme or reason of their booking this week.
Yeah.
If they are not walking away with the titles in their home country.
Sure. Now, Bayley made a big deal out of it being their home country, so we know we'll get to that in a second. I think I'm going to go with you on this one because I think there's too much of it on the show.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So we got to have more than a 1 out of 3 chance here. I'm going to go with you. I think Alba Fire and Isla Dawn are going to upset. There's going to be fuckery.
And I think your prediction on the WWE regular Blue Thunder Pod is probably correct too. They're not going to pin Jade or Bianca. It'll be one of the other two.
Yeah, I think it'll
probably
be Zoe Stark.
Yeah.
There's going to be fuckery of some kind.
Yes.
The two dominant teams are going to cancel each other out, and then the Alba Fire and Isla Dawn are going to pick the bones.
Because they were just basically smeared on both SmackDown and Raw this week.
They're very outclassed. Next we have Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles in an I Quit match for the undisputed WWE Championship.
Cody Rhodes, they'll bet my fucking left testicle on it.
Yeah.
There's no way Cody's losing and quitting. His whole goddamn character is the good guy won't give up.
Yeah.
No way in hell. It'll be a really good match.
Yeah.
Probably,
he's also
not as good as the other one.
He's way on top already, so he doesn't need that Stone Cold pass out bullshit.
Yeah. No. Yeah, no. Well, you can't pass out even. And I quit matches, I quit. The only way they got around that ever was when fucking Rock did the thing where he recorded Mick Foley doing a promo saying I quit and played it back.
I remember being a kid because he did that promo that day, on that show. And when they played it back, I'm like a child. I'm like, 1, are my pizza rolls done? 2, didn't he say this earlier in the show?
Yeah.
This is some fucking
mean,
terrible.
They made it. I think they made it clear intentionally because Rock was like kneeling down, and Mick was like a corpse at the time.
They made it crystal clear, but even like young me's like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
I hated it. So we both have Cody on that.
Which is another reason why they're not going to do a no I quit in another I quit match.
It'd be weird if Cody Rhodes yelled I quit in Mick Foley's voice, though. They just
I quit! I quit!
They just use old footage. Yeah, it's the exact same one. Up next, we have Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable for the Intercontinental Championship.
So this one is for all the marbles here for as far as picks go, I think, because I got no fucking idea.
I don't see the value in Sami holding on to it. I think there's way more gas in the tank if Chad wins.
I think so, too.
And I also think...
I think Sami Zayn's going to win.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it makes more sense... narratively, probably, if Gable wins, but I don't know what direction they're going to go with any of it in a good way, and not a like, oh, this is scattershot bullshit way. And this is an intriguing story, and I'm interested in where they go with it. I'm just getting the sense that they don't want to take the title off of Sami yet.
I mean that's the correct thing to do.
I don't know if there's a thing that you and I can say is the correct thing to do here because it's like a good story.
But like. This is Gunther had this title forever. So, like, this is not something you hot shot around.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't consider this hot shotting. It's been a very long program. But
you know what? It wouldn't be, I wouldn't say be transitional or hot shotting for Sami.
Yeah.
Now, like, it's a decent run. But I feel like they want to keep it on him. I could be wrong, but like, I feel like they want to keep it on him. I don't see what they're going to do with him otherwise. I think the Otis thing is probably going to continue past Clash. I think they're going to want to wrap this story up on American soil or at a bigger show.
Wait a minute.
Because this feels like a bigger story.
Who is Otis in the Money in the Bank qualifier? They didn't announce those yet, did they?
I don't think so.
Where I'm going with this is, let's say Otis. So if Sami wins,
cash it in on Gable.
No, he doesn't win at all. If Otis, if Chad loses. And he blames Alpha because he's been saying forever, we win my Intercontinental title. So, like, if he loses, he blames his little camp. But then if Otis gets a Money in the Bank qualifying match, and then Chad Gable, because Otis brought up Money in the Bank, right?
Yeah.
That he won it before. So if Chad then costs him that, now you got a little program going.
Or if Chad does win the Intercontinental title here,
and
the redemption arc for Otis is, I'm going to win Money in the Bank and I'm going to cash it in on
the Intercontinental
Chad
title?
Gable for the Intercontinental title.
That'd be kind of cool.
Breaking free from the bonds of this prick and also from the bonds of having wasted away my last Money in the Bank briefcase.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of good ways you can go with this story.
I love that idea.
There's a bunch of cool things you could do.
I love that idea. So who's your pick?
I'm still taking Sami just because I think they want to keep the title on him, but I would not be surprised at all if Chad Gable wins the title.
I'm going to say Chad just because I'm willing it into an existence. Bayley versus Piper Niven for the WWE Women's Championship.
As much as I love Piper Niven, I think she's going to be the sacrificial Scot on the show. I think Bayley's winning.
Yeah, at least. This is a for sure. I'm like kind of like with the tag title kind of thing, but this one
they're not fucking around with Bayley that hard yet. Like taking the belt off her or whatever.
There's a lot of, even if these three keep, Piper Niven and Chelsea Green, if Bayley feuds with those two, there's a lot of gas in the tank for that still.
Absolutely. So, I mean, with talented performers like that, you could have them together for a while before it gets boring.
Like, this can go all the way to SummerSlam. Yeah. Like, easy. Because they have Naomi in there, too. They haven't really done, was it Naomi's fighting Chelsea tonight?
Yeah.
If you're listening to this on time when it drops on SmackDown. So, a lot of pieces there. And, in the least surprising finish since Brock Lesnar versus Zach Gowen. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Drew better goddamn win the belt here because they're going to be in some like physical danger, the crew for WWE, if he does not. But he's gonna.
This is going to be like Steve Bartman times 40. If he does not make it out of Scotland as champion.
I'm interested in what they do to make the near falls interesting, because I bet they do some cool stuff. And it's going to be a tough one to do because so many people are just like, oh, he's going to fucking win.
Well, they set it up because Drew McIntyre won a match on Raw where Judgment Day is banned from ringside.
Yeah.
They're not going to be banned from ringside. They're just fucking not. So that's going to be, and that's the story he told. He's like, I can beat you, but I can't beat you without your boys.
Look, Carly, like, Carlito's not officially in Judgment Day. So,
Right.
like, you could get around it by doing that. Like, having him be the guy that interferes or whatever.
They're all going to come out.
I hope they stick to this dip, because I like when companies stick to what they say they're going to do. But that would be a way around it. A guy that's not officially in the Judgment Day, but is can be your like cheater guy, get you your near fall. I don't need to see the rest of them involved in this. They got their own shit, really. Get more interesting stuff, to be honest, going on.
No Liv Morgan match on the show. It's kind of surprising.
What would you like? I absolutely love her. Obviously, what she's doing is amazing. Any match they could do would feel shoehorned.
So,
kind of.
What I mean by that is, she's probably going to be the one that causes problems in this match.
Yeah, that could be. She hasn't been really directly involved with Damien.
He's been irritated by her presence.
That's he has, but it's been like
ancillary.
Every time she's off, she does her part of the show. Then they move on to another sketch, because it's basically what they are. And it's Damien bitching about, like, stop fucking worrying about this girl. They haven't had any interactions. But it could, she could. She's a big, huge star, so they probably want to have her out there in front of their international audience. Yeah. They can see that.
Yeah.
And then if she's going to be involved, this would be the match to involve her in. Mm-hmm. So yeah, maybe.
I think they're going to add something. They have. I mean,
we know Carlito's into her. Maybe both of them. Maybe Liv and Carlito.
It'll be interesting. But come hell or high water, Drew McIntyre needs to win this title.
He's gonna. And my biggest, boldest prediction for this entire pay-per-view, as I've said on regular Blue Thunder Pods already, is that Drew McIntyre is going to come out of this as a full-on, full-fledged, whether you fucking like it or not, babyface. Because I think the crowd is going to go so molten for him here. Anybody that sees it is going to feel the pull to cheer for the guy.
You want to hear some wild booking I just thought of?
Absolutely. I'm always here for wild booking.
What if, and this might seem ridiculous, Punk costs him the title.
Yeah. Then,
if you want to make him a babyface,
then we're gonna get a CM Punk memorial show come Sunday. Because he's not making it out of Scotland alive. If that happens, it'd be some good wrestling story.
Yeah.
But I don't think
I don't want it either.
Can.
I don't want it. I want him to win. I want him to be the goddamn champion of the show.
I do too. I'm like we closed out our WWE Blue Thunder Pod this week with me talking about how much of a hero and like standing on top of the mountain, a true full superstar I think Drew McIntyre is at this point.
Yeah.
So no, I don't want it. But I wouldn't say if I'm not going to say right now that if that happens, I'm not going to be like, oh, motherfucker, holy shit. Like, that's pretty interesting and fun.
Right.
I just don't, I think that it's like a real risk, a danger getting him in and out of the country if that happens.
I agree. I would have to agree.
The Scottish don't fuck around.
No.
That would be pretty goddamn interesting.
Bold prediction.
That's also, you're running a risk of turning CM Punk heel. Also,
right?
Unless that's what you want to do. That's what I want to do,
right?
Because he's the best heel of all time, and him and Ric Flair. And I haven't got to see him perform as a heel in a long ass time,
right?
And I really want to see that real bad.
Even if that's not going to happen, but the second Drew goes out to celebrate on Monday, we're going to hear a call to personality.
Yeah.
They're going to start that instantly.
Of course. It better. I mean...
Which means there's going to be fuckery, which means Damian Priest is not going to care about the title because he's got to look inward.
Something else to focus on.
Maybe Finn Balor costs him. And he aligns with Liv Morgan.
That could be. It could be one of those accidentally in quotes.
They start that shit.
Yeah, like it cost them. I didn't mean to. I was trying to help you, but no, I wasn't. I was fucking.
Yeah.
That would tie into our fantasy booking for the Liv Morgan storyline.
I hope so. Yeah, there's just more. There's like a lot of this shit we can't predict up and down. But the Cody Rhodes AJ Styles thing, we pretty positive. But aside from that, it's like I don't know. They got a couple options here, a couple arrows in their quiver for each of these.
And I'm looking forward to even if it is just Drew wins straight up, there's no doubt at any point.
It's
gonna be fucking awesome because the crowd's gonna be hot as fuck, and I like Drew.
Yeah.
I'm a big Drew fan. It'll be fun to see him get his thing, get his big moment. I'm not gonna say the F word because not fucked. Drew get his accolades. Drew get his accolades.
His lilacs.
Yeah. Because I'm done using that goddamn term. All right, so that's our predictions for a fairly abbreviated but should be very fun Clash at the Castle coming on at you tomorrow, Saturday. What was
June 15th?
15th? That sounds about right. Yeah, June 15th. If you're here in America, which I know is not a guarantee for our listening audience, it'll be at 1 p.m. like Central Time. In the US of A, being that they're across the pond in Scotland for this one. Please tune in to both our WWE and AEW regular Blue Thunder pods this week, dropping at the same time as this. If you happen to weirdly listen to this one first, go check out one or both of those, preferably. Thanks for listening, guys. See you next time.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
I love it.
Goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.